Dawn breaks over Santa Monica Bay on this most special day. The hot sun spreading pink skies this morning. DW did not take warning. He peers patiently ahead, meticulously scanning the watery horizon, waiting for the inevitable arrival of his opponent. Nothing yet. He scarfs his hearty breakfast, the same oat mixture he's eaten since he was a boy. I show up and immediately start doing the do, juicing up for the task at hand. Tension rises in mind and in jowl as he jaws his oats. Jaws. That old bloodthirsty son of a bitch should be here soon, he thinks. He grinds the steel-cut oats between his teeth, recalling the demon specter who took so many fine young men growing up in Harlequin Bay, the water turning red from their dead dreams. This time it would be different. This time he'll travel to the murky depths of hell if he has to, for vengeance and revenge. And there it is, the great white beast's back glass piercing the surface and gliding towards the beach. DW's joyful anticipation transforms into puzzled concern at the thought of how exactly will this aquatic leviathan, that mechanical megalodon, travel out of the water across several city blocks and up a steep and narrow stairway. Well, once it arrives on shore, lucky for DW, I brought an extension cord. Once the mechanical wonder was ashore, the play field lit up and started to twinkle. DW pushed the pin to the far side of the beach, near a rocky outcropping where he could play alone. Once old DW got to banging that silver ball around, there wasn't much that could slow him down. The rules were simple. To catch the big fish, you gotta draw him out, and so old DW whipped out his rod. Then he wound his reel. He hit the chum bucket and he hit it hard, chumming the water, and winding his reel. It didn't take long before that sparkling azure blue paradise turned thick and syrupy with bloody entrails from that yummy chum. That succulent chum, as the young fellas at the docks growing up used to say, DW recalled. And before he knew it, the demon specter materialized, coasting his jagged fin across the churning water. DW only had one shot to pop it, and he knew it, lining it up and blasting on point. Direct hit. This caused the big boy to dart beneath the surface, and then to viciously and indiscriminately rip beachgoers to shreds. People panicked and fled, but DW stayed cool. He lined up his shots to help close the beaches, to save who he could. DW saw a lot of carnage that day, and he saw a lot into the night. As storm clouds gathered and a marine layer swept in, I did what I could to assist. I tried to have DW's back as best I could as the tide came up and a tempest raged about. A bewitching siren in the form of a video mini-game materialized and offered herself to me from a third dimension. The dimension sucked me in, tickled my senses before swallowing my essence, evaporating me from this plane of existence. DW was on his own now. After a milkshake at the crab shack and a cat nap at the docks, DW hopped to it. He ignored the forecaster's warnings of an impending storm which could wash away the coastline. DW stripped to his skivvies and dove in for a night swim. It should have been so simple for DW as he flipped his way into the night. The only problem was, well, Jaws. Harpoon in hand, he lined up his shots and drew forth the beast. The shark burst from beneath the fishing vessel, capsizing its lost souls. DW would allow no more. He pummeled the beast, rocketing one silver bullet after another into the fanged, finned freak. Finally, it relented, withdrawing itself back into aquatic invisibility. But DW wasn't letting it off the hook. He knew, mentally, this was the moment. For all those boys back home who never got to cast a line out on their own, he was gonna have to dig deep. He mobilized the pin, leaving terra firma behind. The steel and wood rattles and clangs as the craft charts into deeper water, tracking the demon specter's scent. DW can whiff a small sniff of fear laced amongst the cold-blooded killer's trail. Racing across the water now, dolphin nosing in pursuit until Jaws rises up again, surfacing for another go. DW battles hard and long, sending silver ball after silver ball pummeling into that shark. Ultimately, he achieves retribution, sinking the serpent back to the sea. But a whirlpool remains in his heart. A long list of manhunters still lurk in the oceans, the waterways, and ponds. And until they are all harpooned and gutted, old DW's journey has only just begun.